it's Tara. I'm here to do my teen mom tag, the long-awaited teen mom tag. I'm really sorry that this took so long to come up, but I really wanted to kind of think about how I was gonna say this, and originally I was just gonna like talk about teen moms in general. But I found a pretty cool tag that I could do to kind of make it quicker and easier and not so off the wall and everywhere. So I'm gonna jump right into that. But I do want to say, first of all, I want to say that in my last video, my 19-week update, I seemed really down. And so when I went back and looked at it, I was like, Tara, like you look like you have no personality. And I'm really sorry for that because I do have a personality. I was just frustrated with school and work and a lot of, not work, just school and a lot of other things. So I really do apologize for that because it just, I was like, man, you look so boring. But yeah, besides that, that's just what I want to say really quick before I started this teen mom this teen mom tag. So let me jump right into it. The first question, my computer is over here, so I'm going to be looking over here. The first question is, how old were you when you got pregnant? So I was 16 when I got pregnant and 16 when I had him. And I got pregnant, I guess like April or May, because I found out in June and I was like 8 or 9 weeks. So April or May I got pregnant and I had turned 16 that February. So the second question is, what were your career plans before you got pregnant? So before I got pregnant, I've always wanted to be a lawyer since I was like, I don't know, 9 or 10. I've always wanted to be a lawyer, and my plan was to go to college right out of high school and graduate from college early and then go on to law school. And I got pregnant my senior year, so I thought, or people, not I didn't think that that would mess up my plans, but people definitely thought that it would mess up my plans, and you know, I wouldn't be able to go to a 4-year university and I'd have to go to like a community college. And then the next question is, number 3 is, what are your plans now? So after I graduated I applied for colleges while I was pregnant, and I got into all the colleges that I applied to. I go to a good school in the state of Texas. We're ranked up there. And I still plan to go to, or now I am currently applying to law schools, and I'm graduating in December, so it took me 3.5 years instead of 4. So I'm graduating in December, and then I will start law school next fall. I applied to like the biggest law schools in the state. We have University of Texas, which is number 15 in the entire nation, and then we have some other schools that I applied to. I will pretty much go wherever someone takes me. I might, if anyone's interested, I took the LSAT in June, and I could definitely talk about my experience with the LSAT because it was an experience. But I've done all those steps. Currently I'm working on getting my recommendation letters, getting my personal statement written, and kind of perfecting my resume. But I still have the same plans. Everything that I planned to do in high school I am doing, and now I have 1 kid and 1 on the way. I don't know how it's going to be in law school with 2 kids, but being in college, a good college with 1, and it's a 4-year university. I'm graduating from a 4-year university, but graduating with my bachelor's with an almost 4-year-old, it was doable. I won't say it was hard, and my husband has always been there for me and been such a great support, but it definitely, it has strengthened my character. So it's definitely doable, is what I will say. Number 4 is, are you with your baby's father? So my son and daughter's dad is my now husband. Number 5 is, do you live with your parents? No, we don't live with our parents. We have our own place. I moved out, I skipped 4th grade. So I graduated a year earlier than I was supposed to. So I graduated at 17 instead of 18. And so I moved out of my parents' house at 17. And my son and I lived in an on-campus apartment. Like, we lived on campus, and like I would go to the cafeteria with my son in a stroller, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. And then 6 months after that, we both moved out together. So then we got a place together. The next question is, and so now I'm 20 now, so I've been living on my own for 3 years? 3 years? Almost 3.5, I think. Number 6. What is the hardest part of being a teen mom for you, aside from financial struggles? I guess the hardest part of being a teen mom is people constantly telling you that you can't do it. So in my experience, because I was 16, like I was literally 16 and pregnant when I had my son. So the experiences that I've had with that and how people have kind of looked at me and how people treated me when I had my son, it was like, well, what are you gonna do with your life? Like, your life is ruined. And so I think that has been one of the biggest obstacles, is trying to prove other people wrong. Because people don't expect you, like, even now when I see people from high school, they're like, so what are you doing with your life? And I'm like, I'm doing the same things that you are, you know, and I think there's just kind of a misperception about, you know, there's a good and bad side to every situation. Like, there are no perfect moms, and the fact that teen moms are characterized as just all being bad is just so frustrating, because I think there are so many YouTube moms who are young moms who are doing amazingly well. And so that's also part of the reason why I started this channel, is because I just want to show, although I'm not officially a teen mom anymore, I'm still representing my teen moms, because there's a good and bad side to everything. So I think the biggest obstacle has been overcoming what other people tell you and how other people judge and look at you. So I think that has been the hardest part of being a teen mom. Number 7 is, do you work? I do work. I work at a law firm, which, yes, I mean, it's awesome because that's what I want to do with my life. Also, although that's not the type of work I want to do with my life. I don't know if I want to tell you exactly what I do, but I do stuff with property, and I create legal documents for properties. So I will just say that. So it's an office job. It's really flexible. I can come in and out, which has worked. I've worked there since I was a freshman in college. Yeah. So it's been really flexible with what I wanted to do and, you know, when my classes were, and so it's been awesome. The company that I work for is awesome. Number 8 is, how many friends do you have now compared to before? High school, I had a lot of artificial friends who were like, yeah, sure, I'm your friend, but really they would never be there for you when they actually needed you. I only had one real friend in high school, and we're still friends to this day. However, now I have a lot more friends, and I think I have friends in school and I have friends at work, and I think it's because I'm in different spaces. Number 9 is your family closer because of your situation? So my son's almost 4, so I got pregnant 4 years ago. I guess my family is closer because now we have this little kid that we all collectively love, which, you know, all made us grow closer together. And I do think that after me getting pregnant and being able to relate with my mom about mommy things, I appreciate her a lot more, and I completely understand why she did the things she did when I was younger. So I do think, yeah, our family has grown closer, specifically me and my mom, because she is my best friend. And also I was a teenager, so of course it's not like that. But now, like, since I've had a son and now that I'm pregnant again, it's really bonded us. I do, yeah, that's a good question. 10 is, do you wish you had waited or want other girls to be more careful? It's a weird question. Of course I want girls to be more careful. Don't get pregnant to just keep your man, or just because you want someone to love you, because I get there and I get that. What did I just, I get that. But it won't keep them, one. Yeah, your baby will love you, but it's also really hard to take care of them by yourself. And yeah, so yes, I want girls to be careful and not do it because of how it's glamorized sometimes, because it's not easy and it's not always fun. It's rewarding, but it's not always fun. And then, do I wish I had waited? I don't know if this answer will get me in trouble, but no, I don't wish I had waited, because I've always wanted to be a young mom, which now I am. I have learned so much from being a young mom, and I feel like I've grown so much of a person, and I've gained so much strength as a person, and I've become so much more responsible than I know, than most other 20-year-olds. And so I think this experience has just helped me become the person that I am. So I wouldn't take that back. Of course, when I'm 30, like, I'll be more financially stable, but it's not like I'm not stable now. So, you know, we're doing the best that we can, and we both work, and we both provide, and we both, you know, so no, I don't wish I had waited. I don't know if that's gonna come out wrong or not, but no. I mean, I'm okay with how it turned out, I will say. Number 11. Name one misconception people have of most teen mothers. Okay. One of the biggest misconceptions that people have is that teen moms go out and party and leave their kids with their grandparents all the time. And that is just, I mean, sure, there's people out there and we get those ideas because of what we see. But I don't think you can make any generalizations based on what you've seen. Like, you've never met every teen mom, so you can't make any judgments about them. And I get that making judgments is a natural human tendency, but it's like, I think that is the biggest misconception, is that we don't know how to parent because of how young we are. And that just drives me nuts to no end. Number 12 is, do you think MTV's Teen Mom or 16 and Pregnant glorifies teen parenthood? To a certain extent, and I need to speed this up, to a certain extent I do think it glorifies parenthood because they pay them. And they pay them a lot of money. And so you will see them, like, it's not realistic that they're able, I mean, it's somewhat realistic, but especially being a lot of them are single parents, and you're buying your own home at the age of 20 without a college degree and without you working, that's not realistic. Really, most of those girls are train wrecks. So that's the only thing I don't get, is when people are like, yeah, a teen parent or a teen mom and 16 and pregnant glamorize it. They glamorize it because they get money and they can buy these big houses as single parents without a work or job or anything. But they don't glamorize it in that Janelle's on drugs, Chelsea, I mean, all she talks about is Adam. Like, you know what I mean? There's so many different dynamics that aren't pleasant that I wouldn't wish on someone. You know what I mean? Sorry guys, the sun is like in my face. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Number 13 is, how has your body changed since pregnancy? I think when you're 16, your body snaps back pretty fast. So I think when I got pregnant with baby girl, I was 5 pounds away from what I was before having my son 4 years ago. So in the 4 years, I lost it, and then I gained those 5 pounds. But my body didn't really change. It's more voluptuous, if anything, but it hasn't changed in a bad way. Number 14, do you plan to have more children? When? I plan to have more children now because I'm pregnant. I do plan to be done by 25. I don't want any kids after 25. Like, I just want to pop them out now and be done, and then be done with parenthood so we can be young parents, so we can start traveling at like 45 when all our kids are off to college, and it'll be grand. So that's what I want to do. Obviously, I'm having a second baby, so I want 3 or 4. I think we're good at 3, but we have a boy and a girl, so I mean, we don't need any more, but I love big families, so 3 or 4 kids before 25. So like every 2 years from now. And then number 15 is, what is one thing you wish you knew before you got pregnant? I guess how hard parenting is and how many life decisions you have to make. And guys, don't ever be mad at your parents for making strict decisions that seemed strict at the time. Because now I'm like, I can't believe my mom let me do that. Like, you know what I mean? And at the time, I thought she was so strict as it was. So even the little things that she let me do, like go over to my boyfriend's house, now I'd be like, I don't know if my daughter is going to her boyfriend's house. So just things like that. Appreciate your parents. That's the one thing I wish I'd known, is how much hard work it is to be a parent, yet also how rewarding it is to be a parent. So I think that is it. Guys, thank you so much. I feel like this is such a long vlog, but thank you so much for watching. Sorry this was so long, and I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.